Well, hello. This is Mark from Suffolk Island and Saltmarsh, and this is a little bit different this time. This has gone back to last summer or late summer, end of September and beginning of October, where we went to Spain. We were invited by two lovely friends of ours, Paul and Lisa Nichols. And we went with them and their family, or their family members. I think it was a dozen of us altogether. And the reason I'm including this is it's got nothing to do with Suffolk. Not a lot to do with Saltmarsh. But it has got a lot to do with sailing, or boats at least. So I'm just going to talk you through it. This is the Marina at Benalmadena. This is in the south of Spain and just down the coast from Malaga. That's a beautiful marina, stunning, and if I got the nerve to sail round to the Med, it's somewhere I'd love to sail into. There's a terrific amount of water sports going on all the time. I mean, this is late in the summer, but that was still lovely and warm, compared with the UK. For those of you who haven't been to the south of Spain, and this is only the second time we've been, and hopefully won't be the last, it's quite a lovely place to go. You can see with the sea defences, they really have got it sorted out. You'll see some more sea defences shortly. It's incredible how they've done it. The boats, well, there's loads of boats. I mean, this one apparently was a Chinese restaurant, I think. That's seen better days, admittedly. The marina is very, very large. And there's boats of every single size and shape in it, from super yachts right through to really little private yachts that are, well, falling apart mainly. Doesn't seem to be particularly for the upper classes of the boating elite. It's more like something for everyone. As you can see, there's a lot of yachts, power boats, catamarans, and one of the things that we are going to do in this piece of film is we're going to go out on the Med in a catamaran, and we're going to look for some dolphins, and we found them. This is the centre of the marina, and there's a sort of an island in the middle. We're on the outside of that island here, and the water goes around an island, and it's connected to the mainland, if you like, or the main part of the town, with bridges, gated bridges that go across. And although I've never been to Venice, I sort of have a feeling that would be a bit Venice-y, if you know what I mean. Plenty of fish in there. That, you can see, is surrounded by water, that area in front, and surrounded by boats. The main part of the marina is for eating and drinking, and there's some lovely restaurants there. There's one of the bridges, and these are gated, and there's only a few cars over there, and they seem to use the boats mainly to get about. Plenty of jet skis, plenty of speed boats, water skiing, you name it. If it's got something to do with the water, they're doing it. There's restaurants of every description all around the marina. Here we have another odd boat. I don't know whether that's a sort of a junk or something of that description, but there. I think you can go out on that, out onto the water. This is the catamaran coming in. I believe this is the one we went out on. I'm fairly sure it is. I know it's a very calm marina at the moment, but I must say I really was impressed by the quality of these skippers and what they were. They obviously they're doing it daily, but they do a really good job of coming into the marina and mooring up. Here he comes. Anyway, the whole place is all about boats. It's a marina, so it would be, but it is lovely. They made a good job of that. I wasn't expecting anything else, really. This high-level restaurant gives you a good view of the marina. And you can see the island area in the middle, which is, well built up. This is the outer part of the marina, and there's electric hookup and water. So for anyone sailing in that area, it would be a cracking place to stop. And again, with all the restaurants, absolutely perfect. Everything is there you need, and some decent shops within very, very easy walking distance. Got a bit of influence of North Africa in some of the buildings. Here's some more of the defences, and it does lay very, very calm. We didn't see, even when it was a little choppy out on the Med, it was very good in the harbour. This is obviously the entrance to the harbour, and there's a little boat coming in. It looked to me as if there was a little bit of a cross tide, and when I was standing at a different angle, you could see that boats were being pushed over and going in quite an angle, really. But no one seemed to have any difficulties doing it. I think it's quite deep. There you go. I mean, this is obviously sort of some of the stuff that's there. Terrific number of boats which are flagged, UK flagged as well, and some very large yachts and some very large motor cruisers. As you can see, there's something for everyone. This is along the seafront, further along, and there's nice areas that are that have a sort of a walled-in, again, sea defences that keep swimmers safe. I must say, what I liked about it was the heat. That's something that I never thought I'd say, but I really needed some sun on me back after last summer. This is typical of Spain. Very pretty. flowers on every street. That's the area you can see which is sort of protected for the swimmers, and protected from not only the waves but also from jet skiers. Anyway, we're going to go out to have a look at the Dolphins later in the week, but we weren't going to say we were at a loose end, but we were looking for things to do, and we thought, well, we'll jump on this boat, which is like a little taxi service, or a large taxi service, and that'll take us up to a town further up the coast called Fuengirola. And again, these boys really know how to manoeuvre these boats. That was very, very nice to see, and just good all round. So we got on board and off we went. So we're going out of the harbour entrance here. And I suppose Fuengirola is probably by sea 2.5, might be 2.5 miles up. And from where we are, we're going down the coast, sort of towards Gibraltar. And I suppose, I know, we might be 50 miles away from Gibraltar here. Anyway, it was a little bit of a swell, not too much. I think there was a bit of wind over tide. This party at the front here got soaked a little while after this. When we hit a rather larger wave. Anyway, I laughed it off. It's typically Spain, these little white houses on the mountainsides and on the hills. And this is coming into the Marina at Fuengirola, which is a lot smaller than Benalmadena, but it's a lot more industrial, that might be the word. Several fishing boats come in, and quite a lot of jet skiers and people going out to learn how to jet ski. There's plenty to do. Here's one of the fishing boats I was talking about. They're just getting their fenders down and coming in. Just coming in after a hard day's work, I expect, for anything like our fishermen. I know the North Sea is a bit different to the Med, but all the same, it's still hard work. So she's coming in. And again, they doing this all day long. They make it look so easy, but quite a biggish boat.
Yes, to the boat.
Anyway, I think the next day we were looking at going out there and out to sea. You can see there's a better look at that island place there. The Dragon de Oro. This is the boat we went out on, the catamaran. Now, we were supposed to be going out at 11 o'clock, but the skipper contacted us and said that it looked as if the weather was going to be a little rough. And so he wanted to go out an hour earlier. So we made a point of getting down to the marina, and this is us going out. And it did get choppy, and I'm afraid the film doesn't really show how choppy it was, but there was one or two people in our party who hadn't partaken in the stooger on, and they should have done, and they were beginning to feel a little bit rough by about now. These two characters really knew what they were doing. That was all just part of a day's work for them. So we're going out again, and again that's towards Fuengirola. I think that is a police launch, and they're patrolling quite a lot. And I think they patrol quite hard too. They don't put up with a lot of nonsense in case there's a problem. I think they shoot first, ask questions later, from what I gather. There's the first dolphin. And it seems that the skippers contact each other. So if they find a pod of dolphins to go, they seem to give each other a little shout, and people can gather around and just sit and watch them. And the dolphins don't seem to mind at all. They seem to be all for it. It really was great to see these impressive creatures. They are, and they seem to love coming up to the boats.
Hello.
There's Geordie. He's feeling a little better now. You're feeling a bit sharper now, are you? Good.
Like you've got him trained. Liza, dolphin whisperer.
Just want to say thanks to Paul for some of the film of these dolphins. A little bit of a joint effort. That piece was his. A couple of days later, after our venture out onto the Med, we decided to go to a little village up in the mountains called Mijas. And I think I pronounced that correctly. This is a pretty little place. Sort of old Spain. That said, that does obviously depend on the tourist trade, so there's a lot of this sort of thing, but it is lovely. The place is lined with shops, flowers, bars, restaurants, and the gardens aren't very big, but they still manage to grow some flowers. This is up on a hillside above Benalmadena. There's a walkway, a scenic walkway that goes around the village and takes you right out, gives you some fantastic views of the, and there is one of them, of the valley and down towards the Mediterranean. It doesn't show up very well from there, but all these houses down in the valley all seem to have a swimming pool. It's typically Spain, and I want to go back. I do want to go back sooner rather than later. This is the start of the walkway that goes round, and this is part of it and the views, and it is really something special. This garden is sort of part of the rock face that I suppose has been eroded and then rebuilt to make it, well, just hold a bit of water, but it's very natural. I think this is all natural rock that has been eroded over the centuries. well, over thousands and thousands of years.
That's what we got.
Plenty of places to stop and have a jug of sangria or a meal. And it does cater for the British or for the English, there's no doubt about that.
We walked up there.
Next day we decided we were going to go on a cable car and have a look down at Benalmadena and the whole area from the top of a mountain. That was well worth going. Now, I'm not too keen on heights. I don't like them at all, in fact, if I don't feel safe. I don't mind a height if it feels solid. But strangely, this cable car didn't. Having said that, it was perfectly safe. And when I took a deep breath and just got used to it, it was lovely to see. It's a long ride up. I think it was only about €12 each to go up and down, and that was well worth going.
We also have a large number of small insect-eating and seed-eating birds, as well as other larger species like the golden eagle.
This is all within easy reach of Benalmadena and the Marina, and within easy reach by bus, and very cheap too. Now we're looking down, we can see that is Benalmadena. And it is high. I don't know quite what they're up to there, but they're over sculpted that out for some reason.
See the marina from here.
How did they swap that, eh? I don't know. I think someone wrote on there that they were here.
That's Benalmadena Marina, where we've been. Then after an ice cream, it was time to come back down. That was a bit spooky for me going over that road, but there you are. That's just me. And there we have it. We were back in Benalmadena for the last night. It seemed to go far, far too quickly. It's a lovely spot. Well worth going for a visit. Really enjoyed it. I would suggest that anybody going out there who wants to go looking at dolphins goes with the Dragon d'Oro crew. They were absolutely fantastic. They knew exactly what to do. They took our safety into consideration and changed things around for us. Absolute gentlemen. And I did have a chance to meet up with them at later date when we were walking around the marina here. I met them both and had an hour with them, and they were really as good as gold and very chatty. Nice blokes. And I just want to say thank you very much. Well, it all came to an end I think this is the last evening we were there, with everything lit up around. Anyway, there you go. That was our little break. Next time I put a film up, we'll be back in Suffolk, a Suffolk sail on the salt marsh. Please subscribe and like the channel, and that'll keep us going. Thanks for watching, and cheerio. Catch you next time.